Welcome to my Road to Masters series, a series where we see if I, a hard-stuck diamond player, can finally crawl my way out and make it to Masters. On the last episode, we ended with me winning my Game 4 in my promos to Diamond, which made me 2-2 in the series, which means we're starting today's episode in my Game 5 of my promos to Diamond. And in Game 5, I got Elise Jungle versus probably my new arch nemesis, Kha'Zix. And the game starts out pretty slow for me. I had some of those Game 5 jitters, and I just wasn't going for any risky plays because of it. But I'm looking to set something up bot when I see Kha'Zix show top lane, so I of course go in his bot side jungle to take his camps, and on my way out I see bot lane overextending, so I head bot. I land the cocoon onto Blitz, but my team focuses the Kate, which is fine, and we get a kill. I end up returning bot lane before Sums come back, and clearly they didn't have vision because I just walk right up to Caitlyn. We get another kill on her, but then I missed my cocoon on Blitz, which that was just really poor. Not sure how I whiffed on that one. Then I head top lane to set up a dive onto Gangplank, and I should have just instantly gone in on him. Darius was waiting for me because he knows I can get out of tower aggro and he can't. Take out the barrel, miss the cocoon, but I don't even need a cocoon because he has orange, and we just easily kill him, and then I repel out of there. Now I'm looking to go for a nice little gank onto Cinder here, but right when I go in, the Kha'Zix come, so we're definitely going to lose this 2v2. Probably should have just got out of there immediately. Caitlyn roams up, I didn't even see her, so I just start rappelling down river, thinking I can get out at least, but then here comes the Gangplank, and so I'm just cut out, and so that's a 2 for 0, that's really bad. Now, Corki gets cut out by Blitzcrank here. Not sure how he didn't have the reaction time to just W over the wall, but I make the mistake of thinking I can go in and help him. I didn't know if he had enough damage to kill the Caitlyn, but 4 people show up. I repel out, but Kha'Zix just chases me down, and then Cinder ults me, and I go down another 2 for 0. And then Darius TP's in, but of course it was late, so that was questionable. The GP ult comes out, and yeah, there's no way they're going to save him at this point, so they actually get a 3 for 0 off of that. That was really bad. Now, of course, they get a lot of map control out of that, and so they start the Baron, which forces us to come check, and they were obviously just going to peel off and fight us. We take the bait, but we kind of had to. Darius gets pulled in, but that's actually the target that we would want to get pulled in. Corki starts to go off, but I'm getting chased by Gangplank, so I'm just trying to kite him out, take him out of the fight at least by making him focus me. And yeah, I do die, but Corki gets the triple kill, so it wasn't all that bad. So after we all spawned, we realized that we never got a ward on Baron, so we're like, shit, they could be taking it, so we were forced to go face check. Definitely shouldn't have walked that way, though. Corki walks right through the brush. That one was pretty obvious. So he gets taken down. I fuck up my E here. I was going to repel the Cinder stun, but I didn't do it in time. So they get a double kill, and then they get Baron. And now they're just pushing mid, and all Corki has to do is not get cut out, and we can maybe defend. But of course, he gets caught out again. I do manage to get a cocoon onto the Kha'Zix, and Darius is able to finish him off. But Cinder one-shot the Vayne. And so, yeah, we really don't have enough damage to take them out here. So we just have to peel off, and they end up getting the inhibitor. We get what looks like a nice little catch on a Caitlyn here, but Cinder comes in and stuns me and just one-shots me. Kha'Zix comes out of the Raptor pit, and what turned into a pretty nice play ends up just ending the game for them. They got a 3 for 0, and they just pushed down our mid lane and won the game. And so, yes, I'm unsuccessful in completing my series to Diamond, so we're back to Platinum 1. And the game right after that, well, let's just say that I take out my frustrations a bit. So yeah, I went pretty ham that game. I was like 15-0 at one point, and thankfully that puts me right back into my promotion series of Diamond 5. And that brings me to the next game, which was a Syndra mid game. And I'm actually laning against a Nidalee mid, which is pretty much free low for Syndra, unless if she gets a camp from her jungler. But my jungler is actually the first one to strike. I land the QE, and Shinzao goes in and gets the first blood. And pretty much, if you get a lead on Syndra, especially against an easy matchup like Nidalee, I mean, the lane's over. You can just suffocate them under tower, and then kill them, like I did here. Now, I roam up top because top lane was the only lane not doing well. He needed help against Fiora, and this is a free kill right here. Darius, all he had to do was step back and not be in range of her Q, but she gets in range, flash Qs, so she takes out Darius, but then I get the kill. And now I actually get ganked by Lee Sin here, and I show him absolutely no respect. He QQs to a minion. It looked like he was going to go for Ward Hop Kick Flash, but he just decides not to. And instead of sitting under my tower because they were ganking me, I just step up and go for the kill on Nidalee. He completely fails his Sonic Wave. I just walk back to my tower, literally gave him no respect. And honestly, I'm just not scared at all. I step up and keep farming. Lee Sin, I mean, honestly, it's hard to jungle against Lee Sin like when he's invading you. But to just lane against him, I honestly think lane against Lee Sin is extremely easy. All you have to do is dodge his Sonic Wave and you negate like most of his damage. The only thing that's cheese is when he flash kicks you or kick flashes. But if you just know that he's going to be doing that and position accordingly, it's really not that hard to play against Lee Sin, so whatever. And honestly, the Nidalee pick was really bad. I don't know why. I mean, maybe she's a one-trick Nidalee, but you got to play someone better if you're going to play mid lane. Mid lane is too important of a role to just throw it away with like a Nidalee mid pick. If you're not a mid lane main, just pick someone with AoE and wave clear. Like, that's all you need. And yeah, I just start one-shotting people. I'll admit it, Syndra's pretty broken. She definitely needs a nerf, which she's getting next patch. But I don't know, man. I think there's other broken champs out there too, but Syndra just happens to be the one that I play. And yeah, this game was a complete annihilation. We took mid and hit by the 17-minute mark, and we end up taking bot tower when they were chasing us top. Yeah, they just didn't have a chance this game. So I do get the victory in game 1 of my promos to Diamond, and off to a better start this time at least. And on to game 2, where I play Elise Jungle versus Shyvana. So Shyvana level 2 steals my blue buff, and I really need mana as Elise to clear, so I decided to go to her blue buff, but they were just waiting for me, and I'm caught out here, but luckily Zed roamed down to help me. I used my repel to stay alive, and Zed picks up first blood actually, so that was really fortunate and kind of lucky. Now I see the wave crashing into bot tower, so I go to set up a dive, and honestly Elise is probably the best jungler in terms of diving just because she has the single target CC and she has the repel, which can get her out of like pretty much anything. So the idea is you take tower aggro and then repel out. But obviously that didn't happen here. We do get the kill on Sivir, but it turns into a fiesta. Shyvana arrives, and then Poppy TP's down, didn't even realize that. So now we're in a really bad spot. I just decided to get out of there. Every man for themselves at this point. Ezreal ends up trying to kite the Poppy out, but yeah, he doesn't have enough damage to take out a Poppy, so he eventually dies, and unfortunately I'm not able to help him. But Sion's support engages are too strong, so I decided to come back bot lane again, and they had no idea that I was coming. I repel in, we take out the Sivir. Karma unfortunately gets away here. I probably could have landed the cocoon if I predicted her sidestep, but I didn't. And yeah, we just had a lot of synergy bot lane, so I put up the tent. That's one thing I really like to do in certain games. If I notice that I'm having a really good synergy with a certain lane, I'll literally just put up the tent. I won't leave. We'll just get as many kills as we can get, especially bot lane. And as you can see here, we just wipe them out. I get the double kill. I get the cocoon on Sivir, and Ezra gets a kill. So I finally go top lane. Poppy gets a little bit cocky, but I mean, it's Poppy. She's really broken. She takes like no damage. Shyvana was waiting in the bush, so was Karma. And it turns into a 3v3, and Poppy is one of those broken champions I was talking to you about. But she doesn't have really that much damage, so we just decide to focus the Shyvana and the Karma, and then Poppy gets taken out later on. And then here, Shyvana thinks that I'm alone, which she's wrong. So she pops her little dragon. It's pretty cute. She goes in on me. I have to flash out because I see the Rise ult and I didn't want to die. But here comes the rest of my team, and we just start to clean house. And now it looks like Karma's AFK or typing or flaming to her team, whatever. Either way, I punish her for it. I'm not looking to lose this game. I'll take whatever I can get. And then I decide to dive the Poppy. I land my cocoon and go in, but I actually just realized I don't have my repel up. So I'm going to die, but Poppy ults me, which actually saves me because it breaks tower aggro. And so we get the kill.
Forget your name. I bet my life upon it. I'm moving past you now.
As you can guess, that is the end of the game. We win, and I go 2-0 in my promo so far, and that moves us on to Game 3, which is another Lee Sin jungle game. I see an opportunity to get a free kill onto Malzahar here. He flashes away, but I still have my red buff, so I decide to chase, but I'm boosted. I missed my Sonic Wave. He starts to turn it on Cinder here. This is not looking good. But he gets a little bit cocky here, a little greedy. QE lands from Syndra, and I take him out. And of course, he used Flash on that last gank, so I return mid to get my free kill. Now, the rest of this game turns into me camping a Nasus, which is pretty new for me. I usually don't like to camp Nasus. I usually camp the rest of the map because Nasus is too tanky, and then he just wants to farm, so I snowball the other side of the map. Now, shit turns a little bit sour here when Nasus returns to the lane with TP. I kick him away here, and look at that reaction time to flash the Zac E and land the Q. But unfortunately, I can't react to a Malzahar ult, so I go down, and then so does the Nami. Cinder gets away, though. And Nasus' playtime is over. It's time to put him back in his crate. We return top for the 3-man dive, and we acquire our free low. And I don't know, man, what are the chances that I get 3 good teams in a row in my promos to Diamond? I swear this has never happened before. Every time I get into promos, I seem to get extremely hard games and people that rage. And, well, yeah, it didn't happen this time around. The Rito gods were looking over me for once, and I'm able to completely dominate my promos to Diamond and go 3-0, and that's where we'll end today's episode. Diamond 5, 0 LP, and I guess you could say this is where the real climb begins. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to catch my next episode when we begin to ascend through Diamond. That's it, guys. Till next time.
Throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe. The rock is still alive every time I rhyme.